And the Lord still sometimes does that through blessings, healing, priests, or through our prayers. And I have known times, heard of and known priests who have reached out in prayer to people who have not been able to hear, and their ears have been opened, people who are blind and their eyes have been opened. And that's, of course, something that is a wonderful miracle to behold. And yet, the fathers of the church talked about a more important miracle. And that miracle being that through, with, and in our Lord Jesus Christ, the ear of our heart is open. The fathers of the church often talked about the ear of the heart. Too often, the ear of the heart is deaf to the words of Jesus, to the words of our church, so important in a whole culture that seems to be deaf to truth, to be deaf to what brings us into a life of sanctity and into a life of holiness. And yet there are also many examples of those whose ears have been opened. We have examples of the great saints who often lived lives that were not so good before the ear of the heart was open. St. Francis of Assisi is one, St. Ignatius of Loyola is another. St. John of the Cross, or St. Paul of the Cross, another. All whose ears were deaf at one point in their lives, but then the Lord touched deeply into the heart, the ear of the heart, all of a sudden was open. There's a book out now from Ignatius Press called The Ear of the Heart. And it's about Mother Dolores Hart. And she is a Benedictine nun out in Connecticut at a monastery called Regina Laudes Monastery. I've had the opportunity to go there and spend time in prayer, do a retreat. And they have beautiful Gregorian chant. There are many sisters who join to make this a wonderful community of prayer. And in the book, she tells them about her story, how for the first part of her life, the ear of her heart was deaf. And she was very skilled as an actress. And she became so skilled that she went to Hollywood, and there she was able to make real movies with such stars as Elvis Presley. And she was in movies with him and other great stars. And then one evening in prayer, the Lord came to her. He spoke to her. And at that moment, the ear of her heart was open. And here she was, so close to winning Academy Awards, being famous all over the world. And what did she do? She was crazy enough to leave it all and to enter this monastery, which was just beginning. Regina Laudes Monastery. And there she thrived in the Lord, and the ear of her heart opened and opened and opened and opened and such. And now she's traveling all around trying to help others who have ears that are deaf in our culture, through her story, to be able to hear how Jesus is still reaching out with his hands to open up these deaf ears of the heart. Beautiful, beautiful story. She is touching many, many lives. I had a very interesting experience this week. And to be able to tell it, I need to go back about 8 years. 8 years ago, I was able to preside and marry a young couple who had come to the United States from Asia. And it was a beautiful wedding. They had converted from Buddhism to Catholicism. And their whole families had followed them except for one person, the dad. just couldn't make the step. So 8 years ago at the wedding, I met the whole family, and it was really good, and they were all coming over into the church, except for the dad. And that's the last time I saw him. And I kept close to the couple over the years. They've had a couple of beautiful children, and they live a life of fervent faith. And it's a wonderful young Catholic family. It turned out now, last week they found out that the dad has 4-stage cancer. And he had a dream. Now this is a good man. The only reason he didn't come over to receive the Lord, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit baptism is because he was living a pretty good life, you know, in his own Buddhist religion. But he was hearing it and being around all these Catholics. Something was starting to seep in. And so one night, a couple nights ago, he had a dream. And in the dream, the Lord came to him. And he said to him, I want you to be baptized. And then in the dream, I came in there. And the Lord said, I want this priest to baptize you. So they called me next morning, said, Father Vito, this is what happened. You got to come over here now and baptize him. He's ready, he's calling out, he wants it. The ear of his heart's been open. This is it. It's time. It's time. He's dying. Now he's calling for the Lord. He's calling for the Lord to come to him in the holy baptism. Come and do it. I went and did it. It was a beautiful, powerful moment of grace. Everybody was just crying and crying, tears pouring out. It was beautiful. And this man got it. Like hearing everything all these years, you know, it all got in there. And now, at this time so close to the end of his life, he got it. Got it. He received the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The ear of his heart was open. Another story. About 26, 27 years ago, I don't know if it's like this anymore, Father, but the door used to be open here at the side all day. You could come in, and people would come in during the day and just pray here. I don't know if they do that anymore. But there was a young man who would come here, and he'd go sit right in this front during these afternoons, and sometimes morning. He'd sit before the Blessed Sacrament and listen, listen, listen. And something happened. No! Deafness in his own heart was open. The ear of his heart was open. Eventually, he became a priest. That guy's Vito. Let the Lord reach out as he did in the gospel